From his days as minister to the residents of Hartside, through his tenure as a city commissioner, and then mayor of Grand Rapids, George Heartwell has actively pursued the ideals of inclusion and diversity.
You know, George has a heart for the underdog. I really do think that, and I think that his empathy is one of his most wonderful qualities. His ability to really see people at the human level. You feel that immediately when you meet George.
He's been a champion for inclusion in making sure that there are different representatives at the table of everything that goes on within the city. Whether it be a special committee, whether it be a committee focused on racial justice, he makes sure that there is everybody at the table.
I am just pleased to say that, you know, it was my impression that George really got it. You know, before a lot of people, particularly white males in the community, became involved in issues that we were involved in. So George got it really, really early.
Perhaps it's his training as a minister, or just how he's always been. Whatever its roots, George exemplifies a different type of leadership.
I see George as a man of the people.
I think that's what makes George so unique as a leader, is that he's not simply an emblem of something. He's not simply a figurehead, but he's someone who knows what needs to be done in his own city, and he does as much as he can to get that work done.
One of the things that really truly impressed me about George, he was a minority and we were the majority. And he was very supportive, and sometimes we had very, very frank discussions about the system and how we were not included in the system. And so you can imagine how the conversation might have gone. But George never flinched. He never acted like, you know, he was afraid or he was not interested or not supportive of the ideas that we came up with.
Over the years, George has partnered with businesses, organizations, and individuals to explore ways in which people with differing abilities and backgrounds can more fully participate in this community. Examples include his work with a Rapid to expand transportation options for everyone, and his enthusiastic involvement with DisArt.
When I went to him to talk to him for the first time about DisArt Festival, 5 minutes in, you know, he was like, "I'm in, let's do this, let's make it happen." And he really was an instrumental part in making what became the largest disability art festival in the country happen here in our city. So that really did have not only a sort of global effect in Grand Rapids, but an individual effect, you know, heard from people who for the first time felt at home in their city. You know, and that happened because of DisArt Festival, and it happened because of what George did for DisArt Festival.
As George prepares to leave office, it's clear that by investing in the ability of others and helping open a door for their full participation in community, he has made this a better and more welcoming place for all to live and fulfill their potential.
Whether you're a person with a disability, or a person with color, a woman, rich, poor, George has never really seen the differences that pull people apart. He's seen the pieces of people that pull us all together.
What I think excites me most about what George has done is his commitment to diversity and his commitment to bringing people, like I said, into the circle of power in Grand Rapids by inviting different sorts of people, whether that be people of different races or people of different abilities.
But I feel that there's some advocacy bubbling up in the community itself that I believe when it comes to people with disabilities that will be present, will be purposeful, and will be pushing for positive things that George and others have started for them to continue and expand.
he has left a foundation, he's left a legacy. And that is what's important. It will be very hard to go backwards when you have had such forward leadership.
Disability Advocates of Kent County is proud to present the 2015 Invest in Ability Award to our friend and partner, Mayor George Heartwell.